Hello, hope you are all having a blessed day. Today I would like to share an old Zimbabwean proverb from the Shona tribe with you. The proverb goes, "The axe forgets what the tree remembers." This is a proverb that reminds us that a house divided cannot stand. When we become unequally yoked to a non-believer, the love that is in us is seen as evil, and we experience abuse. The love that is in us is not our own love to be giving to whomever we desire to give it to. The love that is in us is the love of Jesus Christ. And we were purchased, bought, and paid for by the Son of God on the cross. Before we had the Spirit of Christ, we were all by our very human nature, selfish, and narcissistic. Apart from Christ alone, we have nothing, no love, no compassion, all that we have is our own self-centered desires. When we get with a narcissist, we are stepping out of the love of Christ, and stepping into the love of self-centered narcissism. In a pinch, we are leaving our first love, which is Christ, and replacing his love with the love that comes from this world, and Satan is the ruler of this world. Who, and what is Satan? What does Satan's love look like? What does it feel like? How is it that we replace God with Satan? This is answered by the narcissist that came into our lives. You see, the narcissist is simply Satan's tool to destroy us with. The best analogy for what the tool is that of an axe. The best analogy for what an empathic person, and a Christian is that of a tree. Christians are rooted in God's love, empathic people are rooted in what they believe to be right. When Jesus saves us from the fires of hell, he takes us, and plants us firmly in his beautiful garden. We are to be like trees, and trees do not walk. We were told of all the dangers outside of the garden, and for whatever reason, we walked out anyway. That is when the narcissist came into our lives. Satan, the devil, also known as Lucifer, was once an angel of light. He became jealous of God, and sought to replace God on his throne. Of course, as we know, God cast him out of heaven, and down to earth along with all of the angels that were manipulated by Lucifer. That is when the light-bearer, Lucifer, became the great deceiver, Satan. What does a deceiver do? He deceives us. How does he deceive a Christian? By making his appearance like that of an angel of light, by looking like Jesus. Jesus is known as the Son of Man, Satan is known as the Son of the Morning, the Day Star. Satan is the ruler of this world, and his tools that he uses to deceive believers with are narcissists. Satan's love is made to appear like God's love, but there are signs that there is deception taking place. Picture this if you will. You have a clear glass of water, this is God's love, and light. We can see clearly that the water is clean, clear, and pure, therefore we drink from the cup of Christ, and he gives us life, and renewal. Satan, the father of lies, also comes in as a clear glass, but something doesn't look right, there is white paper surrounding the glass of water. This is Satan's love. The narcissist tells us that it is good to drink, that the paper is there to keep the water more pure. We can't see what is in the cup, but we are being told that it is good to drink, and just like Eve, we drink from Satan's cup of destruction. We immediately retch back in horror. Whoa, what was that? What is in that cup? That is not water. Then what takes place is all the manipulation, the lies, the hatred, and all of the evil that came into our lives, and is what has led us here to this video. We know we should run, we know we should not be drinking out of this cup, but we want to find out just what was in that cup. What messed me up? What hurt me? What in God's name was that? We ask. We receive no answers, because we stay. All while this taking place, Satan is using the narcissist as his axe to cut down the tree that God planted. Why? Because you stand for what God's love is, you are a reflection of Christ. Satan hates seeing the love of God, Satan wants to be God, and Christians are a direct reminder to him that he is in fact already defeated, and in fact not God. So, he sets out to destroy you by any means necessary, and if he can't get you any other way, he sends out his secret weapon. The narcissist. Someone that destroys us through our love for them. You are being hacked, and cut away until finally you are completely cut down to a stump. There is nothing left of the glorious fruit, all the branches are gone, everything is just gone. As if this is not dramatic enough, Satan then plows the axe into the stump, marking you as a defeated foe. Many people get stuck here in this state of being, but some of us find a way to leave. When I say we leave, I mean that we crawl, limp, and scrape our way back to the garden of God's love. But that axe is still there, planted deep in us. We call out to God, Lord, please, please help. He removes the axe, and leads you back into the garden. We get help to remove the narcissist from our lives. We cannot remove them by ourselves in the dilemma they have put us in. The axe, on the other hand, at that point, is left behind. Satan does not come back for his axe, he used it, and just like out here in the workforce, what do narcissistic people do when they are done with the tool? Yes, they throw it down, or just leave it behind because they are done with it, and they do not care about it anymore. This is what Satan does to the narcissist. The narc instinctively knows this. They will not come to this knowledge, or even understand what I am saying here, but they fully well do know that when you leave, they must find new supply. Satan will not help them, he will not come back for them, he just leaves them there to rust, and rot away. The narcissist goes crazy trying to get you back, or find new supply, because they know if they do not, then they will rust away and die. If you allow them back into your life at this point, they will only be infuriated that you have nothing left to cut off. They become infuriated that their master, Satan, has discarded them. They get left in a place where they either have to change, or rot away, and die miserably alone. As long as they find fresh supply to be cutting away at, they will not have to worry about rusting. But nothing for them will ever be like it was with you. With you it was different. With you, they had a master that spoke to them, that comforted them, that gave them pleasure, that for the first time in their lives, loved them for who they truly are. And now they have been discarded by the one they served, and they take it out on you, and your name, because they are also experiencing trauma on a different plane of existence. Unfortunately for you, things were very, very different. You experienced a love that made no sense, hatred you never knew existed, horrors that are both unspeakable and unmentionable. For the first time, you have experienced love apart from Christ. You feel completely broken, alone, empty, and as though you will never grow to produce fruit again. Even though you are back in the comfort of your first love, you just do not feel the same. Take comfort in this: God makes it rain on the righteous and the unrighteous alike. God makes it rain on everyone. Even though we are cut down to being just a stump of who we once were, a small sapling begins to grow up through the stump, standing as the glimmer of hope that our Savior is there, producing new life in us. We only need to stay in the garden, and although the stump will always be there, even when we grow bigger and stronger, it will remain as a reminder to us for why trees do not walk. We will be much, much stronger, and our roots will grow much, much deeper. Sadly for the narcissist, if they did not find new supply, the rain and moisture has caused them to rust away into nothingness. They do not grow, they do not stop being an axe, they either find another tree to cut, or they simply rot away until they no longer exist. In the end of all things, they will not understand how, or why this has happened to them. They will not remember what they have done to you, they will only remember that because of you, they are now nothing more than a discarded victim. In truth, a victim of Satan, not you, dear survivors. Take comfort, believers. Jesus is the good shepherd, the good and faithful gardener. He is the light, and he gives us the spirit of truth. Trust in God, give him all of your pain, and ask him for forgiveness for leaving his love. He will give you restoration and healing. You only have to come to him in whatever place you are in. He will accept you just as you are, and he will love you as you are. I hope this message on the difference between God and Satan's love has been made clear to you. My hope and prayer for each of you is that you will grow in the love of Christ, becoming firmly rooted in your faith, and to produce much needed good fruit. I will keep you in my prayers, and if you have a specific prayer request, please leave them in the comments. Until next time, put on the full armor of God, pick up your sword daily, and fight the good fight. Remember, brothers and sisters, you are not alone.